Hi, and welcome to the All Things ITSM Global podcast. We're coming to you from BMC Engage in Las Vegas. I'm Kirsty McGowan. I'm here with Charlie Betts.
Kirsty.
Carlos Casanova.
Kirsty.
And welcome to Alf from BMC. Nice to have you sitting here with us this afternoon.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Welcome, Alf.
Great. Welcome, Alf. So let's talk Service Catalog. I have been a longtime fan of the vision of Service Catalog. I was involved in implementing them, starting about 10 years ago now. I think it's a terrific idea. I think that it does make IT a bit more business-like. It just express the IT value proposition in terms the customer can relate to and understand. But I think there's been a pattern with these catalogs getting a little fragmented, and now the big one that I'm dying to hear from you, what's the relationship between the Service Catalog and the internal App Store?
That's the thing, right? Right now, IT is losing its position for being the one who hands us the tools we need. They used to be the one who gave me my first mobile phone, my first laptop, and now they're becoming pushed into the shadows. Why? One is the catalog sprawl. Catalog sprawl is huge. It's a big problem because right now at my own company, BMC, I have 5 different places to go and find something like hardware, software, and services. That's not okay.
No.
Imagine if Amazon had Amazon books, Amazon shoes, Amazon music, and you have to log into these different places with your own credentials. You would never use them.
Sure.
In the enterprise, that is how it works. So what we try to build and what we try to help our customers with is creating this one unified catalog where I can have American Express travels, I can request a new hardware device, I can ask for AT&T to switch their program to Canada when I'm traveling there, which I do often. I want to have everything I need as a worker in an American or global company in one single place, just like I do as a consumer. There's 2 issues here. One is, as a user, I need to find the stuff I need every day because I spend almost 2 days a month, according to a Forrester survey, finding and requesting the issues I need. Secondly, IT is spending, I don't know how many man hours a month, no one really tracking that, managing this jungle of catalogs. If we can help the end user and IT, we can save money, save time, and we can focus on what's more important, become a digital enterprise.
Yeah, and I guess that's...
No, you can't, Carlos.
No, you go first. You travel the furthest. You can go first.
So I was going to say that because, the new people coming into the workforce now, they just expect that that's the way it's going to be because that's what they're used to. So when they come into a job and find that they do have to go here for this and here for that and here for the other thing, it just doesn't make sense to them.
As a father of 2 teenage daughters, they don't even use email.
Oh,
right?
you have my sympathy.
Yeah. I have one. It's just,
it's
that's
like.
enough. Oh, yeah.
So when they go, what do you mean you have to fill out a form to get this? Really? Then they're just not going to do it. Larger corporation I work with, they have Dropbox for storage devices. And each department have their own licenses with Dropbox. So they get no discount on the bulk, nor does IT know that this is happening. So there's no security around it. And thirdly, if we can leverage this beyond the money, beyond the security, if IT knew that Dropbox is used as a whole, they can build business logic around it. And now you can share it in a way that we as a marketing guy, right? I don't know this stuff. Can you imagine if IT said, this is how you can do it, and every time you update this one file, these engineers knows about it. These are things that we don't talk about. We become point solution, we become more siloed than ever before. And as a marketeer who tried to break the silos, I'm a bit of a fool right now.
But I think the biggest thing is because that's, like you said, about the teenage daughters, right? That is what they're growing up with. That is the experience that they have every day, on the way to school, at the soccer field, the basketball court. That's how they experience it. They don't want to, fill out a form. What is that? I should just be able to.
They wouldn't know how to fill out a form.
No, they wouldn't. And that's, I guess, the big thing is this is the generation that's coming into the workplace. So when they get there and we turn around and we say, hey, here's this form with 25 fields, and they're like, why don't you know that? I'm on this machine. All of my information, my personal history is somewhere buried in this machine. not catalog, but it's there. Why don't you already know that? So yeah, from the catalog perspective, unified catalog, it's kind of crazy to think that, we've been doing this for years, right? What's one of the first things that, I know I always did when we did catalog projects was onboarding someone.
Yeah.
Why? Because I had to go to the facilities guy for the cube.
Right.
I had to go to this one for the laptop. Yep. It is still a problem when I go into clients and they're doing catalog projects and they don't list that one as the first one. I'm like, do you handle that well? Oh no, it's a real hassle. How have you not addressed that? And that's, it's oversimplifying the unified catalog, but I think that's still the same issue that we've been dealing with.
You know what else I want? What I want is when you go to Amazon, do you browse top down starting with a list of Amazon's big categories? Oh, housewares, I'm going to drill down it. No, you type a word in, you type in 1 or 2 words and you search.
Right.
So that's what I want. I want searchability, and I want also, there should, why wouldn't we also suggest, people who bought this service also bought that service.
Yeah.
There's some great examples.
And that's what we try to do with Service Broker is there's 4 major components what we're looking at is onboarding. So you don't need to onboard your vendors and your partners. Let them onboard themselves.
Yes.
It's like iTunes and Amazon works, right? And secondly, when you got those services on or stock the shelves, if you will, make it easy for a guy like me, who's a business manager, not an IT guy, to use drag and drop tools to build the workflow behind it. Like, if you request this, well, it has to go to this person and this and that have to happen. Make it easy for me to, we're not idiots, we just don't know how to code, right? We don't know what a command line is, but we're fairly clever people. And that's how IT sometimes have segregated themselves from the rest of the business. And then thirdly, you need to look at how this is delivered. So context-aware service is important, right?
Sure.
I am a marketing guy in California. I need these services. My friend is an engineer in Ukraine, and he does not need those services. He needs other services. And then finally, using crowdsourced input. We talk about rating and reviewing and people just sharing ideas.
Yeah, there you go.
If you can track adoption and look at how that cost and the performance and overall ideas of that's how you make a decision. You don't have IT saying, this is the tool we're going to use for communication. No. You put up 5 tools and you let the people choose. Then you look at the cost and performance and you decide this is the tool we're going to use.
Well, and going back to the Amazon thing, it's also a sales thing. If I go to a site, I shop on Amazon, I think most of us do. Part of it is, it's so easy. Right? And I don't have to pick, I'm looking for shoes, or I'm looking, I just kind of go there and it somehow magically occurs. And if it were to become burdensome, I'm looking for another aggregator of all of my services. Before it was Amazon, we'd go to 4 different sites. And then as soon as one of them started picking up, that's what we did. And I agree, that's kind of what we want at work, because I really don't want to deal with wasting my time finding a cube for a new hire.
Right.
Really? I'm hiring somebody. They need a cube.
Right.
Or they do or they don't. It's a yes or a no, and where they are.
And if you can just put everything in one single place, you get rid of shadow IT. Because guys like me, we don't trust IT to deliver the tools we need, not because they have done, it's just because they have never done this before. But with a tool that allows them to bring in everyone else, I'm going, okay, this is the place where I can find it. I don't want to go around them. I want to make it easy for me. It's an easy button, as Staples says, right? Give me the easy button.
Give me the easy button. I like it.
Yes, and that's a good point. It's not that people are, I think, going around and circumventing process because they want to circumvent process. They just want to get their job done. Really, in the true sense, it's there are the that minor amount that are just that type, but the vast majority are I'm just trying to get my job done. And I know if I call Alf, if I call Charlie, it'll just get done. Versus searching through 30 catalogs to figure it out. So.
Yeah, I was at a customer site a little while back, and I was trying to find out how they used IT. So I went for a wander around the organisation and said, if you want something from IT, what do you do? And they said, I just wait till Dave walks down the corridor and I grab him and he does whatever I want him to do.
And you don't know that Dave is actually doing it. Dave might have his 4 connections.
That's right.
Yeah.
Those elbow tugs cost a fortune.
Oh, they do. They do. The distractions, the lack of efficiency, and to your point earlier, we haven't even really discussed the potential security ramifications and that sort of thing. That's a whole nother discussion.
But if you've got a security catalog, a service catalog that makes it easy for you to get that service without waiting for Dave to walk past your door, then
you're more likely in compliance and governance.
Absolutely. Well, Alf, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. It's been
Pleasure to
a
be
pleasure
here.
chatting with you.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you, Alf.